Benny Bunting is an incredibly unassuming, very humble poultry farmer from eastern North Carolina who has devoted his life to protecting and helping farmers in North Carolina and across the country, not just survive, but to thrive.
Many North Carolina farmers live on the edge. Frequently, their financial security depends on adequate rainfall or whether commodity prices are high enough to yield a profit. One bad crop and damaged credit can bring any farmer to the brink of bankruptcy. And when that happens, hundreds of North Carolina farmers have turned to Benny Bunting to help them deal with the federal bureaucracy.
I got into helping others because I was struggling with some problems on my own farm. I had no assistance, and things did not go well for me. And as I got into it, I decided I did not want to see somebody else have to go through the same struggles I went through.
For more than 20 years, Bunting has appeared in the nick of time to stop farm foreclosures, win crop insurance appeals, or provide families with business plans to help them retain their farms and make a decent living. Benny Bunting represents hope, often the last hope for a diverse group of farmers and farm families.
The system that I work through, majority of the time, is through the government, which is FSA mostly. We have what's called the administrative processes. If a farmer puts in an application, is denied, it's called an administrative process that he goes through. And you actually have to exhaust the administrative process before you can get into the court system. Non-lawyers are able to be the representative through the administrative process.
We met Benny and Bunting in early 2007. We had some crop lost in 2005 on federal crop insurance, and they didn't want to pay us, and they said we didn't have a loss, and the adjuster come out and showed me we had a loss, but I couldn't get nowhere with the insurance company and all, and it really got to the point we didn't know where to go.
We met Benny back in 2001. Our family farm was at risk. It was almost at the point of foreclosure, and we had no resources to turn to.
So these people that I meet with are at their lowest point in their financial life. It's very personal. They are feeling demeaned, everything. You know, they have not been successful. They're very low.
When I talked to him, he knew we were in a bind, and he came right on down here and went right to work on it. He'd been through it before and seen other people go through it, and he just made us feel more comfortable and, feel positive about it, that we can make it work.
Farmers relate to Benny because Benny is a farmer. He walks in with mud on his boots, and he immediately they know Benny understands their farming operation.
When he came in, I was hysterically crying, and I knew that our situation was real bad. So he walked into what no man would want to come into, a crying lady. But he took his time with me, and he was patient. Did a lot more of mental health resourcing at the first part than he did the financial end of it. He consoled me and assured us that he was not going to leave me until he felt like that our family was not in harm's risk anymore.
And we were trying to get a loan and couldn't. Found out later on we couldn't get it, and there won't just a couple of weeks left before a foreclosure. And he, if it weren't for him, I didn't know what to do.
They feel like they are totally out of control of everything, that they're forced to do everything they can. And we get into the position to show them that they're making decisions. They choose. We give them options of what they can look at and pick those options. And then they start becoming in control of their own situation. You can see it change in their faces, within an hour or so.
So he worked with us, my family, night and day. And he stayed here to the wee hours of the morning. He really neglected his family to help my family. He stayed here and helped me get the financial paperwork that we needed.
The best thing about Mr. Benny Bunting, when he comes to the table, he knows enough about the rules and regulations of the federal laws and the guidelines and all to sit down with you, and he knows where to go and where to look for.
He is one of those people who can get lost in regulations and reading them, and is able to interpret them, not only to help out matters, but also to be able to talk to lawyers about the regulation. I think that's a very penetrating mind that not that many people have nowadays.
It's boring reading, but it's not boring reading if every time you read something, you can apply that back to a farmer you were working with. You know, you read this one sentence, obscure sentence in the regulation, but if it's not something that's known, it's something that nobody's going to know, I'm not going to know unless I continue to read and study.
Benny's always surprising when it comes to how his command of these little arcane regulations that can be so pivotal to justice, and he's so natural with it, and that for me is what makes Benny special.
Most of the time when I deal with FSA, not all, because I hate to put everybody in that same box, but most are looking at that application to see what it will take to deny it. You know, I come in and look at it, and there's very small difference. I'm looking in to see what makes it acceptable. And I think that's where the system falls, that they're not trained to look for it as how to change this to make it feasible. They're looking at how to look at it and see that it's non-feasible.
We met at the lawyer's office the next morning, and everything came together. So right, you know, the sale was at the courthouse 12 o'clock, and 5 minutes till we were able to do a chapter 12, you know, which was, didn't feel like there was nothing wrong with it, because we wanted it for reorganization, which is what Benny explained to us. It was a business tool, and we want to do whatever we could to stay in business and, you know, keep the family farm.
Every day is a high and a low. And almost every day you win something, you know, that there's a high, that, you know, you come up with a solution. And to me, a solution, I mean, that's a high. When you can come up with, and I know when I've got a solution. I know when I'm going to win that appeal. I can go into an appeal. I know before I go in, if I'm prepared and if I'm going to win, I know, you know, I've got that feeling and know it.
Benny's responsible for saving around $42 million worth of family assets in a 10-year period. And without Benny, those assets would have been lost. Those farmers would have been, in many cases, homeless, bankrupt, and out of business.
When we first started doing this work, we were very much underestimated, you know, at what our ability was to go in and know their regulations better than they knew their regulations. So we were underestimated. Now we don't have that advantage. You know, when we go in, most of them know that we're there to win for the farmer, and most time we do win. I mean, I think we should win all of them, but most time we do win.
Just like I say, Mr. Benny Bunting, he's just like a farmer's preacher. He's done a lot for us. I mean, I don't know how to tell him enough. I mean, because like I say, if it weren't for Mr. Bunting, we wouldn't be here.